Everyone, from picture I pursue two male characters of age 16 and of mood neutral, and one female character of age 30 and in positive mode. Scene of action is lady is talking to a schoolboy. Shalini was a maths teacher in Kendriya Vidyalaya. She noticed that one of her student, Harsh, was not doing well in her subject. He was getting low marks in maths. So one day she, after class, called him outside the class and asked him to attend her extra classes in the morning. She made a list of formulas and printed it and gave it to all the extra class students along with hers, took topic wise test and cleared their doubts also. She asked Harsh to explain simple topics on the board so that he'll get more clarity of the topic. Because of this, Harsh along with other students could score good marks. Thank you.
Good morning, gentlemen. My lecture, from the picture, I perceive three characters. Two are male and one is female. The female she is in positive mode, and two males which are in negative mood. So my story goes like Rohan and Rahul. They are very best friends in school, and they are studying in 10th, and they are very good in sports as well as in their studies. But what happened? They, as their 10th exam is approaching, they focus more on their sports rather than studying, and they simply neglect their studies. So when they give their mock test in school for 10th examination, so they scored really very well, really very low. So because of that, what happened? They started thinking that whether we will pass our 10th examination or not. But when they went home, Rohan's mother explained both of them that you have the capability to score good marks in 10th. And after that, after getting motivated from mother, they started doing their homework daily, as well as they worked hard to get good marks in examination. And when the 10th result were declared, so they backed first and second rank in their school. Thank you.
Hello everyone. In this picture, I perceive three characters: two female of age 16, mood neutral, and one female of age 35, mood neutral. So the story goes on like this: Arjun and Shri were best of friends and studied in the same class in the same school. And one day they were having their examination. As Arjun was was prepared for it, but Shri wasn't. So in the middle of the examination, he asked his friend to show him the answers, but as Arjun thought on it, and as it is not right, he said no. But the teacher caught both of them talking in between the examination and asked for the reason. Both of them were quiet, but she left them with a warning. And after the examination, Arjun told Shri that he won't help him in doing wrong things, but can stop him from doing that. Hence, and he also asked him that he will be helping him for the upcoming examinations. And Shri agreed to it. Both of them studied really hard for the examination and hence qualified with flying colors. Thank you.
From the picture shown to us, I have perceived three characters, two male and one female. Male age around 15 and female age around 24, respectively. My action of my story is learning new technique of exercise. Suraj was a school-going student. One day during his PT classes, teacher found him doing the exercise in a wrong way. She guided him personally with the help of other students. She did the demo. After seeing the demo, Suraj started practicing in the right way. In the initial stage, he was facing some issues. Slowly and gradually, he learned the correct way and started practicing at home also. With the help of his continuous efforts, he was doing it perfectly, and his teacher appreciated his effort to put and learn the correct approach and did well in normal PT class from that moment. Suraj was enjoying that he could do good in the right way without any error. Thank you.
Okay, good morning everyone. From the picture, I pursue two male characters of age 14 to 16 and one female character of age 35 to 40. One day, Rahul and Aman, the two brothers, were playing the game of chess, and while playing, Aman makes a move which removes Rahul's queen. Rahul couldn't get through it, and he starts shouting at Aman and puts cheating allegation. Due to this, both of them starts fighting. While fighting, Aman gets hurt and complains to their mom. Sushmita, who was working in kitchen, after hearing both the sides, Sushmita goes angry on both of them and later teaches the importance of sportsmanship and gives them a very beautiful lesson.
Okay, from the picture, I perceive three characters. Two of them are male of the age 14. One of them is in neutral mood and one of them is in negative mood. And the female is of the age 26 and she is in positive mood. Action of my story is encouraging to study hard. So Raman and Nayan were two brothers and were in the standard 10. They failed in their pre-board examination, and by knowing that, Raman felt disheartened. Also, by knowing the parents also scolded them. So the Reena was the elder sister of Raman and Nair. So she encouraged him to motivate and to study well, as they are having 1.5 months time before the final board examination. She also gave them extra lectures, also cleared their doubts, focused more on the weak subjects, also concentrated on their food and proper sleeps. By together, their uh, work, they succeeded, and Raman and Nayak both passed out with flying colors with 75%. Thank you.
Okay. From the picture, I perceive three characters, two male and one female, aged between 15 to 40, all mood positive. The action of the story is adhering to the teacher's instruction. Suraj and Pranav are the two friends who are preparing for the science exhibition. So they have decided to build a solar cooker. So they went to the science teacher to discuss the topic. They figured out all the things before proceeding to the teacher, and later they discussed with the teacher how to implement and how to bring a build a beautiful theme of a solar efficient city. So they discussed it and they jot down all the points. Later also went to the art and craft modeling teacher so that they can build, so that they can get help from the art and craft teacher. And later they bifurcated the presentation as well as the model making, and they did well.
Young gentleman, from the picture I perceive one female character of age 26 mood positive and two male character of age 70 mood positive. The action of my story is a new teaching plan. The story goes like Divya Gupta is a B.Ed graduate from the Mumbai University and appointed as a teacher in Rajapur village as a class teacher of the class 12 student. So he called the captain of the class along with some other student, asked them about the previous year learning methods in the class 11 and their favorite teacher and their skills too. She discussed her idea of the new learning method, which include picture memory test for better perception, extra class for better understanding, using the online platform of 3D vision for making the memory strong, and implemented it with the help of the principal. And find that in the 12th board exam, more than 80% of students got first class and forward the name of the college. Thank you.
Young friends, as per the perceived image, there are three characters, two male and age is between 18 to 19, and one female character that age is between 30 to 32. In the final year of the Polytechnic College, Ram and Tulsi have started to searching for the project for their final year. They got one idea for the project. They think that the trainer kit to all students making. They starting looking further. They both are going to ask ma'am Miss Kulkarni. Then Miss Kulkarni ma'am told him how to make the foolproof and how make add more features in this project. And under the guidance of the Miss Kulkarni ma'am, they have uh, started working the project, take lots of efforts and complete it. At the time of project exhibition, he show his project and convey the idea to all the facilitator and the principal of the college. Then the principal have get congratulations him and give the good prize for him for the project. Thank you.
Good afternoon to all. This picture I have pursued three characters, one female and two male. The age of woman is around 30 to 32, and she is a teacher. The male age is around 13 to 15. His name is Ram and Sham. The exam of Ram and Sham is beginning. Ram is sad because his paper did not good well, so his mom is telling him to prepare well for the next paper and good luck to the next day paper. Thank you. Who is next?
Shinak, me,
Yeah.
Hello, friends. In the given picture, I perceive three characters. one female and two male of age group of 27, 17, 17 respectively. And two are in positive, one is negative, but in a positive like Cam, Adat CA, sorry. So Komal is newly appointed as a teacher in Kendriya Vidyalaya School. She found that few students were not good in her subject and she wanted to help them to improve their performance. So she analyzed their performance with the other subjects, class tests, and conducted a meeting post school to analyze their issue. First of all, she had to identify in which subjects they all are, either in her subject only or other subjects also. So based on that, she analyzed and conducted a meeting with the school students. She made a plan, a routine to overcome these challenges and assign small and easy tasks. The difficulty of the task will increases day by day so that they can grab the pace as well. So further, she used animations, practical to explain the concept and logic behind every causes. Due to this, the collective effort, they were able to improvise, and all the class students were able to pass successfully in all the subjects, and she was happy.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. From this picture, I perceive three characters. One is two males having age of 17, mood is negative, and a female having age of 28 years, and mood is neutral. And action of my story is good performance in exam. So Sohan and Rohan are best friend, and they are in class 10 and study at St. Mira School in Nashik. Rohan is poor in his studies, and so Sohan always helps his friend and motivates him. One day in their school, teacher announced that their prelims exam of 10th standard start in few days. So be ready for that. Now Rohan feels too upset because of his poor performance in studies. So Sohan noticed that and decided to tell the situation of his friend and to the teacher. So he told things to his teacher, and teacher motivates the Rohan and give tips for his studies. So Sohan also decided that he will work on that, and he did study persistently. And Sohan also helps him. Now, exam day come, and in that exam both get very good marks, and he also passed in good marks with the 10th board exam. Rohan thanks to his friend and teacher too. Thank you. Okay, so now most of the stories are
So I
around.
would like to highlight that we have all have perceived the three characters. One age is around 23 and two age around 70 to 22. So considering that point, let's moving forward with that thing.
Vikas.
Go ahead,
Uh,
Nikita. Continue point.
yeah. Okay, so most of the people, most of us have made a story around that they are students first of all, and another that female lady is a teacher. So let's take as a student-teacher bond, and theme of the stories. Most of the people said that they are means teacher is helping student in scoring more. So I think we should go with that theme, in which we can add that rather than whole study, we can take particular subject, say it anything, and then we can add more actions to it. Because in picture it was very evident that that lady was explaining something very from her heart to that student, and that student was not so happy. He was in a bad mood. His expressions says a lot. So we can say that he was scoring less, and because of his marks, teacher was also disappointed at him, and he was also not happy with his performance. So we can go with this theme.
Yes, adding one more point to chess number one, that we should take both the characters in the main theme because they both are feeling disappointed and they are both are looking down as their teacher are explaining to them. So we can take both characters as in the theme in our main theme. And just one thing I want to highlight, that they are school students, as I noticed that they are their shirts are tucked in, as well as their hairstyle is also neat. So we can take it as them as school students, or both of them we can take it in our theme. Thank you.
I agree with both chess number one and chess number two, as most of us has considered it as a student-teacher relationship, and a teacher is helping the students to improve their performances. As a part that teacher is helping, I think we should consider the both students also in there. And if we are considering two students, we can consider the students one who are good in studies and who are not that good in studies. So how they can also with their student bond, they can improve the other students' studies as. Through mutual sessions, and the teacher can organize for them that sitting both like one high scoring student and one low scoring student together, so that they can help each other in studies. In that way we can provide actions in it so that they can improve the students performance in whole, with the teachers help also, and with the students help also. Thank you.
I can see your point, but I have a different point of view. We can see from the picture clearly shows the boy has giving some instructions and he is doing something. So I feel that as all of us have perceived, one teacher and and a student. So I feel that the teacher is guiding something and the student is taking the effort with the help of the third character. We can see that third character is looking from the back end and someone is in the front. So I feel that he is learning from that guy and he is implementing the same.
Okay, I partially agree with chess number one and two. The teacher is seems to be some kind of angry, and the boy who is standing behind, he is also seem some angry. So, from my point of view, uh, the boy who is standing behind could be making a complaint about the other boy, and teacher can be telling him not to do so or anything that could be, and we can go through this point, and but as a second story the chess number one has suggested, that one also good.
Okay.
Okay, as most of us has agreed on the point that it could be a teacher-student relationship, I also agree to that. Just a thing that on the left side, the boy which was just standing, it seems that he was crying, and the boy next to him was little bit seeing down, and he was not that much upset by his expression. So I feel we could focus that the teacher is instructing the particular guy who was having tears in his eyes, so that as we most of us have said that the teacher would be helping him to secure good marks finally in the examination, so we can proceed further in this direction.
Okay, I partially agree with you, but I feel that the teacher is giving some instruction and the other student is listening to it. And I agree to it that we should make a story around a project competition where the teacher is guiding them, but they have a point. The teacher has pointed out some of the mistakes, so they are listening to it and they are following it so that they can make it to the competition.
I think everyone made a story on teachers and students relation, and you also guys suggest that the student seems to be a sincere. That's mean they are somewhere good in the studies. So for enhancing their knowledge or something, for preparing for the exam boards exam, he might be a captain, and second one is a vice captain of the school or a class. And the teacher must be a not a subject teacher, only a class teacher, so that he she has a knowledge about all the subjects and the performance of the all students.
As per the I chess number one and two said, the relation between both are student and teacher. The two students are facilitating by the teacher. But the I partially disagree with the theme of story of the theme. There is one competition, and as per the teacher say to student, you are participating in that competition. You have to make this project. So both are, as per their facial expression, both are stuck in something of making this the project fulfill. So he both are come to get help from his teacher to get out of that. And after by taking the help of his teacher, he successfully get out of that the stuck where they are stuck.
and after get out of that, they successfully do the project and successfully exhibition are done and get facilitated by the all the teachers. Thank you.
So both.
I think
I have
Sanjay.
finished.
Vinayak, your turn.
Okay, fine. As you all are saying that it's teacher and student, but I have a slightly different point of concern over here. If you see, there is no background in this, and we can't know whether it is inside or outside. It's a very plain. And secondly, the it is not a sport teacher because mostly in my school I saw that my sports teacher, whether it's a male or female, they used to be in tracksuit and all. So this point also is neglected over here. Second is that there's only two students. It's not inside the classroom too. There is no table and all. Thirdly, it is not inside even a home because there is no background over there which justifies for the home also. So at the end, okay, we can take about the performance issue where particularly a teacher can discuss that student in separately with the help of other. So I would like to go with this point only.
Okay, I agree with most of us that first my first point is if talking about the age. So most of us write is as between the 70 to 20 male age. So we can consider the male age as a 17 and female is as a in between 28 to 30. Then talking about the scenario, so the male having means male having same costume they are wearing, so we can consider that it is a scenario of scenario of a school, and it is interaction between the teacher and student, and means looking about the posture of the, everyone. So we can say that teacher is guiding or giving instruction about something to the students. So that's it. Okay, so now most of the people are saying that means students are working on their studies and teacher is helping them. So now let's fix the theme to that teacher is asking students to perform well. So I would like to add one point here that Renuka and Tejas had said that the boy who is standing in the middle, his expressions are neutral. So we can say that teacher asked means our main character name say Harsh. So when a teacher asked Harsh out of the class for the justification why he is getting low marks, so after listening to him, she asked another person, another student, let's say his name is as Pranav. So she called out Pranav out of the class and told Harsh to sitting at the back. So we can add this point and rest now whatever everyone agrees to.
Yes, agreeing with chess number one's point. And one more point I want to add that if we can see the teacher who is explaining to her student that his hand movements is just like something forward. So I think that he is very guilty of his performance. And I want to correct chess number five and partially disagreeing with him that he said that the teacher is in a negative mood. So I can't. So I do not think that she is in a negative mood. She is explaining in a very happy manner so that they can get so that they can so that she can so that the students will get more motivated. And here is not the thing that exhibition. I think most of us have continued the theme of students and teacher helping the teacher is helping students to get or to score good marks. So I think we should go with the theme rather than focusing on the exhibition theme. And if exhibition theme is there, so definitely 3 4 group should be there. So here only two students are there who is standing in front of teacher and one is standing beside the teacher. So I think we should go with the theme of that teacher is explaining to students to score well and to perform well in the class. Thank you.
My slightly agreeing with chess number one, as chess number six also brought out the point that the some student, the two student, one of them is looking in a bit negative mood. So I think we should, as most of us is focused and are on the same page, that it is a student teacher relationship and teacher is explaining for their for its betterment. So I think we should more concentrate on now what led to the situation, that why is she explaining, and to define that negative mood of the student, we can consider it it is just a suggestion. If everyone agrees, we can go with it. Like if we can consider the student who was cheating, trying to cheat, or trying to get into help from other ones to for the answers, and he doesn't make it, the teacher catches them, then he then the teacher understands the situation, that how like this there are also students who are not that much interested in studies, and why they are not, and then she figures out the solution for it, how to develop the students interest more in it, and how could she and students together can improve the situation. Rest, I think everyone, if agrees, we can go with this, or what everyone suggests. Thank you.
In addition to chess number 2, I agree that we can see that the student is from the gesture of his student hand, we can see that he was unable to perform any task which has been given by the teacher, as the teacher was little seems to be angry on a student. So all we can see that we can consider a scenario in which the student is not completing, and in some of the chess number I've mentioned for cheating. So it is clearly an outdoor scene. We can clearly see from the dressing and from the background. So for cheating, it's little difficult. So let's proceed to a something PT class or sports period in which the student has misbehaved or something, so that the teacher is giving a punishment. We can clearly see from the student's hand that the hands are upward, and which is generally shown to give a punishment from a stick or something. So let's proceed if all can agree on that aspect.
Okay, as everyone is going through the theme of scoring in exam, so we can stick to that theme. And as a for exam, we can consider the exam as a preliminary exam before 10th, so that they can perform good in board exams.
Okay, I'm slightly disagreeing to the theme of project competition, because it seems that interaction is not both way, and the students are very negative and looking down. So it is not that they are having some kind of interaction with teacher. It is that teacher is instructing to them or guiding them on particular theme. So we have most of us, we have agreed to the theme, and I think theme of cheating or something PT like that is not fitting into the story, and we have already been close to the conclusion. So we should be adding more actions to that. And I feel as a role of a class teacher or the particular teacher guiding the students, she should be working on their weak subjects and giving extra lectures to them, and also particularly guiding, also asking their parents to look after them and to ask them to study more, so that they pass out with a good marks. And we can also fix our action at encouraging or guiding the students to uh, work hard for the studies.
Next one.
Omkar.
Yes, yes. I agree with the chess number 1 and chess number 8 point. The theme must be like this, that the two boys, one is the class monitor, and the another is a student who is also bright, but their performance is down day by day because of some with the contact of in the contact of friends and other students. The performance of that clever student is also down. The thing that thing is observed by the monitor, and he go to the class teacher and told him. The class teacher have get that student and facilitating and communicating with them and told the exam is near, and then what happened with you. Do focus on study, and that then the student has focus on study and successfully completing the exam and get good score. Thank you.
Yes, yes, most are speaking the relation between teacher and student, and yes, because the teacher mood is neutral, and to explain him and to encourage him to student.
Okay, most of you agree with the student issue with the performance of the student. I do agree. There are a few points which are being highlighted, like the hands of teacher was up, student was looking down. That clearly justifies that he's being scolded. So student is already negative. Teacher is scolding. It is clear that, and the intention behind the scolding is for positive purpose. So we can take it as a positive mood over there. Secondly, when we are working on resolving the challenges, then we have to identify the cause of challenges. So only one subject should not be in focus over here. What we can see is that we can compare with the other subject whether he's performing in other subject is bad or only this subject, so that particular consensus can be reached out कि issue सिर्फ इसी में है या बाकी में भी है या overall issue है. Then we can figure out कि how we can improvise in that based on the other techniques which you all have mentioned. And yes, his friend can be utilized in this sector. We can consider the second guy, which is there in between, standing. Can we consider his friend to whom she has called up and just taking the help out, whether in difficult times, I mean, tough time, whether he's helping you or not. I can take a work, I mean, watch on him so that he can improvise. That's all.
Okay, I totally agree with Chisholm first and second. So we can say that one student and teacher both are in neutral mode. So we say that both are motivating to the student who is feel guilty or seems a little demotivated about the exams, and we one more we can say that this theme is after lecture or uh, 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 in in teachers cabin.
Yes, yes, I agree with that point, the student and teacher. But the point is, one clever student who is able to get good score, but with the contact of this that bad friends and the friend circle, he got stuck in that. The ma'am has called him and told him, "You do not do this time. After that, you get study, focus on study, and get a good score, and get proper mark, and just pass."
Gentlemen, I feel that we all of us perceive that there is a relation between teacher and student. So let's first consider whether the class monitor is the main character or a student or a teacher. Let's
I think
proceed in that way.
I think that the teacher is the main character in our story, because we have brought out the action of our teacher, and we see that the friend of that guy is helping the guy, that guy, and the teacher is trying to sort out the problem with the help of the other subject teachers, and later improvising these actions.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
so
Okay,
I
we
let's
we
consider that
can
teacher is a
conclude
main
that.
character. So in which we can see that the teacher is looking for an improvement in the student. Now let's consider for the whether it's a sport, cheating or something else.
Because
I
it is
think it is
already
very
It
clear
clear
that
might
we
be
that
are
his
considering for the
is that
exam.
improvement in the knowledge
especially
just because of in a
scenario as
free
the
test they get
exam
a less
10th
mark.
standard exam, so we can
As
go
they
with
are a bright student, but they get a less mark in the pre-exams. So that's why the teacher calling him and asking him the why did they do the silly mistakes in the exam.
Yes, I
Okay, so we
Yes,
can
we can.
conclude our
Sai,
story
We
moving
can
that
vote. We
moving
can
that
ahead
vote.
to
age
side
is
point,
of
I would like to
15.
say, see, teacher don't give this type of if is cheating. So teacher won't call with another guy. So it may be something related to some performance
We can
orientedly.
consider him
Maybe
as
for the
a
We can
his
say we
best
can
friend,
consider
who is
if
also
the
knowing his personal
result
information.
for one exam. We can consider if his friend who studies.
Guy, and this friend is trying to help out the teacher that how
Yeah, we can consider
We
him
can.
as his best
I
friend, and he
totally
is
agree
guiding
with
actually
that.
because he knows him personally, and where he's failing, we
This
can
friend is
bring
this
his
friend is
point.
Yes, we
class
can consider
So we
representative.
can
two classmates. We can consider
Yeah.
two classmates here,
The
one of
basic
a good
aim
performance, one of
which
an
we all
average
have discussed
performance, so
is
that the
regarding the
teacher can look
performance
after it,
issue.
like
So
where
let
the
us
problem
focus
is
into
going
action
on.
that how we can enhance his performance by analyzing his weak points. So teachers are already the main character, and we all are working to improve performance. So
I
let's
think,
keep
gentlemen,
this.
everyone made the female as a main
We can
character, as
say
a
that.
class teacher, and now comes towards the
Yeah,
main body. What
yeah,
improvement
come
it
to.
takes place in the students for betterment and
We can
their
see that
in exam.
as most of
And
us
So
we
we
can say
perceive that
that
the class
both
monitor
are
is
the
there,
best
so we
friends,
can take
and
the help of the class monitor to explain the difficult. Maybe he is facing difficulties in the math subject, so the class monitor is giving some notes and helping hand towards him guidance. And after
I have a
few days,
slightly
he was
different
able
opinion
to
regarding
recollect
that.
the
The
things.
monitor is not have a lot of responsibility, but if a best friend is with him, so it will able to work with him very well because he will be sitting with
I
him
think our
each
main
and every
character
time.
is the lady, the
So let
teacher.
us
So we should
utilize
be
that character
giving more and more points to the
as a
lady. We should not
supportive
be
under
focusing
the
Yeah,
on
we
the
main
can
boy
see
next
that
character.
to
the
the
teacher
standard
is a
teacher.
main character, but on the other side, we can see that the teacher has a buddy player. The class has a buddy pair, and the second person is a buddy and who is also a class monitor of the class, which helps the other guy to grow in
We
this
can
yes,
add
we
it
can
in
Gentlemen,
see.
one
as you
We can
can
line,
see.
see,
but
as
All
we
you
should
can
are.
see
not
the
be
facial
focusing more to more
expression,
that.
I think as
gentlemen,
you
as you
all have
can,
considered the
okay,
female as the lead character, so I think we can consider all the students to collaborate among together to improve the performance. Not going credit to only one, we can consider all students.
see our main character is
Yes.
giving the instruction to the guy
Okay, hold
to
on,
show our.
Okay. As we can.
hold on.
Okay.
Okay, good. It is nice to see towards the end the energy rising very high, and exactly this scenario emerges in PPDT, especially group discussion. At times, the energy level goes high as a group, but only thing is it channelized into correct direction or not? That is a bigger question. Just give me 1 minute. I will just get the picture back. Just hold on.
Stop it, sir.
So that with the help of picture, we will discuss. Just a moment. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm just getting that into PowerPoint so that I can share and we'll discuss. sharing slide. Let us analyze this picture, what you just saw, and you made your stories, and the discussion was there. What all observations you all could give? Just discuss that. Firstly, yes, it was easy to identify. There are two male, relatively younger, and one female. I hope picture is visible on your screens.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay, okay. So, is it indoor, outdoor? Some of the participants were saying it is outdoor. Is there any possibility that it is indoor with a white wall at the backdrop?
Yes, sir.
Maybe, sir.
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir. In the right corner, there is a stem-like structure of a tree.
It is all perception. Is there anything here?
Sir, if it's a indoor scene, there might be a chair, table, something should be there. As in a classroom, there is nothing, sir, in background.
It is your perception why you want to see with them chairs and tables. Okay, so this is first point. It can be indoor, it can be outdoor. So it is how you defend it. Second is dress, school dress, similar dress, that is uniform. You see, it is a sorry. It is a uniform. So all must be agreeing. The observation, those who gave, it is an uniform. Yes, it is an uniform. Both of the students are, because most of you were talking about teacher. This is a teacher, and there are two students. Next observation about hands. Something like teacher is explaining, briefing.
ऑडिबल किसी को आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, Vinayak, you're audible.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you see, I'll just remove these lines. Just a moment. There were observations about teachers briefing. Yes, this teacher is briefing. See her hand. She is trying to say something. But what? This student seems to be at receiving end, particularly. His hands, a lot of you tried to speak, open palm, maybe accepting and saying something in return. His face, to the extent some of you found guilty, crying, surrendering, or at fault, the way he is looking. Yes, you must bring out whatever you observed. Okay, whatever you observed, you must bring out. Now coming to few observations about the third person, that is this boy. What he is doing there? Is he a buddy? Someone saying, is he just a co-student? Is it fight between them? Is it subject related thing? Is it sports related thing? These all things are perception based. No problem. Is it project related discussion with the teacher specific to something? Because theme can be in the initial round when you narrate, it can be sister and brothers, it can be teacher and students, it can be a lady or a girl and neighbors, it can be a homemaker dealing with kids, It can be anything. But then when you make your themes, your utilization of observations is very, very relevant. If naming them, making a point related to their ages, sounds your observation powers, your confidence, that has to be supported by facts. How do you defend? Now, coming to some of the observations, Vinayak tried to defend whether sports teacher, why not sports teacher? Because of the dress code, students, how they are only two, why they are there, whether for specific purpose, discussions, subject related initiation you were talking about. Okay, can we bring out to some specific subject? Yes, all things are okay. But now, if you want to make it more relevant, you must highlight firstly why they are there. So depends upon your theme, whether for a subject, whether for a fault, whether it is some kind of grave mistake by a student, and then or a fight between two students. Definitely there is something wrong in the situation because this gentleman, this kid, is looking down. His hands are certainly depicting that he's receiving the instructions or the scolding or the corrective measures from the teacher with a guilt in the mind, listening because he has to be obedient. He is a student or younger. If at all, we just stick to our theme of teacher and students. So she is class teacher or any subject teacher or whatever role she is doing her role. She is also positively motivating the student. Look at her face. She is not in anger. She is explaining. Utilize these facial expressions. She is not shouting. She is making them understand about whatever issue you take up. There was some mistake, less marks, fight between two students, some kind of arguments, or some kind of things which the teacher wants to correct in the class or in the students, whatever way you want to project it. Now, coming to the teachers as a lead character, you can utilize her facial expression as a strength. Very, very respected teacher, Vinita. She was the most favorite teacher for students because of her special characteristics. She was always motivating, cheerful, and once she explained the things, it was well received. Something like that, you can utilize these observations for glorifying your character. When coming to the other characters in the picture, you can utilize the observations about uniform, about their posture. They are listening quietly because they are at fault, or there is some corrective measures she is suggesting. So in 10 to 12 lines, your lead character utilize the strengths. In the supporting characters, utilize the observations, how they are receiving. And another matters, parameters can be secondary. What parameters? Whether it is subject related things, whether it is behavior related things, whether it is class improvement, whether it is some kind of counseling in marks, performance, or a conduct, or at personal level, something is wrong, student is not able to focus, she picked it up, called him separately along with his best friend, and now they are trying to make him understand, come out of this situation, improve yourself. You are harming yourself. You are not focusing in the class because of whatever. Maybe late night sleep, coming here in a very, very lazy mood, something like that. theme can be n number of themes. How you project with the help of your observation power, that will sound good. Now coming to
Sir,
your overall discussion, yes,
Sir, I
sir,
had a doubt.
one by one. Okay.
sir, can I say
Sir,
something?
moving ahead,
Okay,
Renuka, you proceed, then I will say.
okay. Sir, if we means one of us said that it is means fighting between the two students, and teacher is means teacher is saying to this, but can we say that means if it is the fighting between both the students, then uh, teacher may angry on the means the position standing position of that teacher is means towards the both of the students. If they are fighting, means the teacher is saying to both the students, but uh, means what I feel ki teacher is saying something to the only one student. So can I
Okay.
say that?
If, if we stick to your point, and if you say this in the group, this is observation based thing. Yes, good. Observation, she is facing only one student. Why she should be scolding only one then if it is a fight between two? Now this is one stand based on observation. Now a counter stand. If I am in the same group, I will counter it. Possible. It is a clear cut case of one student has fault, the another was not at all at fault. And these are very, very routine situation. It is not necessary that both to be reprimanded. It can be one who is totally at fault, unnecessarily is beaten the another student who was not at fault. Is it sounding convincing counter argument by another participant in the same group? Renuka. Renuka, getting my point? Others.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, observation based talk is expected, welcome. But if something counter comes, again observation based or practical experience based or a scenario around you always are at liberty to say, as long as you are logical, you are in good taste. Be logical. Now coming to Vikas. Yes, Vikas. Vikas, what do you want to say?
Sir, I was saying that most of us perceive main character as a teacher, but on the other hand, I have perceived the my main victim or the student who was facing some issue as a main character. Will it be a logical or illogical? Because I feel that he got some instruction from his teacher and he improved on that point, and he was like I was thinking ki the boy who's in the middle is a main character.
Boy in the middle?
The boy in the middle is my main character, and the third one, as discussed by many people, that is a monitor. So the middle one is observing the things what he was doing wrong. I made a ground story of this one, so I was little confused whether I'm going illogical or logical by making my main character as a boy only.
Rohit, there are two parts in PPDT. One is you writing a story and you are narrating it. That is your first part. Second part, when it comes to group, there are many stories. People left their own themes and participated in a group theme. So you are ready to accept, okay, the group theme. That means you have corrected yourself. Now coming to your first query, can it be a lead character, the other students, like maybe left student or a center student? You are at liberty based on your perception, your way of looking at things. But what is recommended? As a ground rule, you see a picture, those who are in actions. Let me erase again and come to basics. Just a moment. As a ground rule, who are in actions? Let us be realistic. When we see we want to highlight a lead character, who can be lead character? those who are in actions. Very, very obvious is this lady is in action, explaining something, briefing something, trying to communicate something. She is in obvious action. Another student who is also at a receiving end or listening very quietly, he can also be a lead character for someone that he is trying to justify. Teacher is in action, but student can be in action. Third character who is in middle, how he can be a lead character in a wildest guess? Yes, a monitor, very, very sincere monitor, liked by the teacher for his sincere role in organizing the class, regulating the class, controlling the class, highlighting anything which is going wrong, can be a monitor. Performing his duty, he brought one student's name to a teacher who was always creating disturbance in the class. Whenever there is a study period, when there is no teacher, he generally disturbs the whole class, brings to the notice of the teacher, and teacher calls that culprit or a student whose name was taken along with monitor. Monitor is just standing there, and teacher thanked the monitor for bringing her this boy's name and correcting that boy. Later on, the same boy thanked monitor for highlighting his mistakes, and now on he can be corrected, and he will not do or he will not repeat the mistakes. Still, you are manipulating a character who was silent here, portraying him as a sincere monitor, because once he has brought it to the teacher, he will not say anything because his role is finished. Sounding logical? Can you glorify monitor? See, it is up to you. You are a leader.
Yes, sir.
Even in the most depressing situation in the life, you have to make people encouraged, people motivated to do a purposeful thing. It is an art. But logical teaching and logical thing is those who are in action should attract your attention and be a normal observer. Okay, it need not necessary ki, okay, from the remotest possibility you make a story. Don't develop that kind of knack, that kind of approach. When I glorified a silent character in this picture, I by no means recommending always go for such kind of things. Okay, I hope I'm clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, any doubt?
Yes, I have one doubt.
Yes.
So actually, in my story, what I have written, I considered the boy in the left hand side as my main character. So mostly it is. I don't know if it is a myth or most of the people practice like that. If it is a girl candidate, they mostly see girl candidate, the girl picture as a hero, and most of the boys candidates see boys as a hero. But here I have considered the boy in the left as the hero. So will it hinder somehow?
No, it will not hinder. And go for gut feelings moment you see a picture, because hardly 30 seconds you will be seeing each picture in the TAT. So carry on with your practices. Ki, okay, you have to correct your practice. How? Okay, I see a picture. I need to see complete picture. I should not be biased कि थोड़ा लेफ्ट का पोर्शन देख लिया और उसी में आई एम एंगेज एंड आई एम बायस्ड टू अ पिक्चर. I need to be neutral. I need to understand complete scenario. Okay, there are three characters who all are in actions. Exactly what they must be doing, what must have led to this situation. All those things should be there in your mind, and then come to a conclusion. Okay, this sounds logical. This person seems to be a character who is taking the lead, who is under control and guiding others or whatever. So in this picture, if you have made a boy as a lead character, okay, no issue. That boy is coming forward or learning a lesson, or teacher and boy, whatever conversation they had, you should be correct in your approach. What was the logic behind your assessment? Okay, my character is this. I gave the most passive example from this. Who third character was just standing there, not at all in action actually, just standing there. Still, he can be a character. When I'm saying that, you have to have a logic. You have to have um, character building up. Okay, why you made that particular figure as a lead character? No issue. Okay, Renuka, as
Yes, sir.
long as you.
Got it.
And the most important part, when you go through complete round of narration, be very very wise. Where do you stand? Where do your theme stand? Let's be wise. Okay, my theme doesn't stand. Let's go with the majority. You should be open enough and adopt majority theme as your theme. Just forget your theme. That is the wisdom. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Almost
one
you have
question.
done it. Okay, Tejas.
Sir, is it okay to modify our story during narration? Like, if we feel like some points to be
Yes.
added or some points to be deleted from the main actual story which is written there.
Little bit modification you have done. I had read your story. Okay, no issue. But you should not completely distort it. Main theme can remain. A little bit addition you can do. You have done that. It's okay, no issue. Because
Okay, sir.
what benefit of doubt will be given? See, in that given circumstances, you could not add much, but line of thought is going in the similar direction. At times, students are not able to complete also. They can complete during narration. No issue. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I hope it clarifies your doubts.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mm, any doubt apart from what we discussed? Relevant discussions we had, but my major point is there is a scenario which happened with this discussion also. What happened exactly? A situation comes invariably in every PPDT group discussion. Some flow is coming up, and suddenly one participant may come up with points which are nullifying so far whatever development had happened, and that nullification someone has to point out. No, gentlemen, we have already discussed so far and we have built up this much. And this is going to happen invariably, 100% this will happen. So be alert. Today also at one point it had happened, and I think Jayant was there and he summed it up. No, gentlemen, we have already decided on this. Be alert and be quick to sum up things. That will show a lot of qualities because you have summed up, you have been attentive, you have gathered everybody's point, and you know where exactly group is moving. This is a crux. Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
This
sir.
is very important aspect of.
So you are not audible.
No, there is not audible.
Vinayak, call sir this time.
Sure.
Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, audible.
Yes, sir.
Too many
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir, now audible.
The last point which I was highlighting,
Sir, voice is low.
voice is low.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will come little closer. Now, okay, can you make out what I am speaking?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes, sir.
So this particular aspect today also happened. Be very very alert. कि, okay, group has moved. Suppose you have moved 4 or 5 points ahead, and there is a build up of common solution, and someone is now again coming back and starting, whether it is naming, whether it is age, whether it is theme, whether it is some kind of observations based moving ahead, and you need to remind, and then the group will move much faster. Try and understand constructive. When I said in the last session, you must sound constructive, you must sound assertive. So this is what that means. Constructive. Okay, everything has been built up. Why you are again reinventing things? Move ahead. Let's build upon that which is already now formed. So this is very important to notice. And second issue, if you are in disagreement, read the situation, whether only you are in disagreement. You may put forward your point, but nobody is supporting you. Just leave it, because you are in a group. No point being in disagreement, because you will be left out of group. May not be in the clear terms. Nobody will say that we are ignoring you, but you should be feeling about it that you are being ignored. Your point is being ignored. When I say you are being ignored, your point is not taken. So you also be smart enough, just withdraw it. Withdraw it in the sense, don't push it now. Be little smart. Read the situation. Whether your point is taken or not, you must be able to judge it. Be very very wise in that aspect. Okay, yeah, I need to remove my point and move ahead with the common points which are already being discussed. Okay, no doubt. I feel we can end here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, 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 yes.
Sir, in
Okay.
adding to that, I would like to suggest, like, see, what we can do is, once we are narrative, like, everyone gives the narration, we can only have a one round of each one telling their point, and second and third round we can give as a normal one. Because, sir, this will also enhance our ability to listen to other point also. See, when I started speaking, someone will stop, or someone is speaking, so I will stop. It will enhance our terms, sir, because वहाँ पे ऐसा नहीं होगा कि
Okay.
रुकेंगे सब. So that will enhance
Virtual
our
platform,
skill.
we have limitations. Virtual platform, we have some limitations. We can next time probably we'll do one narration and one group discussion round, and straightway random.
So
Yes.
आई वुड लाइक टू से कि जो अभी करंट सिनेरियो है उसे हम वैसे ही रखते हैं 2 rounds इसके लिए एंड लास्ट राउंड फॉर ओवरऑल बट वी कैन पुट अ लिमिट ऑन टाइमर आई मीन इफ यू पुट 10 सेकंड फॉर ईच पर्सन सो इससे ये होगा कि पहली राउंड में तो आप अपना बोल दोगे लेकिन सेकंड राउंड जब आप दूसरे को सुनोगे तो आपको कुछ रेफरेंस पॉइंट मिल जाएंगे जो कि आप सेकंड राउंड में अपने पॉइंट को स्ट्रांगली रिप्रेजेंट कर पाओगे थर्ड पॉइंट में हम लोग लड़ सकते हैं
Yes.
आपस में सो 2 round रहना
We will
जरूरी
see
है
that self discipline of It will come. It will come. All of you participated well. Confident voices was there. That was the biggest takeaway today. I could see confidence, extra confidence, those who were not able to exhibit earlier, but I could see that confidence. A very, very confident voice is encouraging thing. Second is observation based. Most of you spoke observation based, and that is a real requirement. You cannot be talking anything. If you are supporting your talk with observation, you're pitching your talk based on observation. That is another very, very critical requirement in PPDT. Okay, that front, it was good. We had a good session today. We will continue these things. Thank you. Bye. Jai Hind.
Thank you,
Jain
sir.
sir.
Jain sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Jain sir.